All right, today we're going to dive into the world of sugar substitutes, and we're going to do it by looking at one product in particular, Swee10. We're breaking down the story it tells based completely on what they claim on their own website. Let's get right into it.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You want something sweet, a little treat, but it always comes with that nagging feeling. You know, the guilt about calories, blood sugar, all the stuff that comes with regular sugar. It's a real dilemma. And that exact feeling is why there's this gigantic market for sugar alternatives. You walk down the aisle and you see powders, drops, you name it, all of them promising that perfect sweet taste with none of the downsides. So today, we're going to zoom in on just one of those options. Okay, so let's jump into our first section. Is Swee10 really the new solution we've all been looking for? Let's see how they present themselves. And boom, right out of the gate, this is their big claim. It's a really bold statement, isn't it? They're not just saying it's an alternative, they're claiming it's the best one, not just for your health, but for your taste buds too.
Now this is where you gotta pay attention. See that little asterisk next to the word natural? Well, their own disclaimer clarifies what they mean. The ingredient isn't natural by itself, it's derived from a natural source, which is the stevia plant. That's a really important distinction, especially in the world of food marketing.
And that leads us perfectly into Section 2, the science behind it all. So, how does Swee10 supposedly pull this off? Well, according to their website, the secret is in a mix of two key ingredients.
So yeah, the magic here, according to them, isn't just one single thing. It's this balanced blend, a combination of two specific components. Let's take a look at each one.
First up, you've got stevioglycosides. In simple terms, these are the super sweet little compounds that get extracted from the stevia plant. The key thing they claim here is that your body doesn't metabolize them. So what does that mean? It means they basically just pass right through you without being used for energy. And if your body isn't absorbing energy from it, well, that means 0 calories.
Okay, ingredient number 2 is erythritol. This is a type of carb called a sugar alcohol, or a polyol. These things are known for tasting sweet, but having almost none of the calories of actual sugar. The website also makes sure to point out that it's something that you can find naturally in fruits like pears and grapes.
And this table, wow, it really lays it all out, doesn't it? This is their main selling point right here. You put them side by side based on their data, and the difference is just crystal clear. Regular sugar has all the calories and a high glycemic index, while Swee10 is marketed with 0 calories and a glycemic index of just 1.
Which brings us to Section 3. So we've seen the science they're presenting. Now let's look at how they turn that into promises and real-world uses that you, the customer, are supposed to get excited about.
So they've got this slick 10-10 sweetener list. It recaps the big things we just talked about, 0 calories, that low glycemic index, but then they add on all these other benefits, things like being vegan and gluten-free, no bitter aftertaste, which is a huge complaint with other sweeteners, and that it's good for cooking.
And to back up that no aftertaste claim, they bring in testimonials. This one is really powerful because it's attributed to a doctor. Using a voice of medical authority, well, that adds a lot of weight to their claim about taste.
And check this one out. This is super targeted. They're featuring a customer who says they're both a diabetic and a fitness enthusiast. With this, the brand is speaking directly to people who are managing their blood sugar and just generally trying to be more health conscious. They also really want you to know this stuff isn't just for your morning coffee. The website features recipes for everything from simple drinks to really complex desserts like mocha mousse and tres leches cupcakes. The message is you can use this just like regular sugar in pretty much anything.
And then, to top it all off, they throw in this big stamp of credibility. The company points out its ISO 17025 certification. Now, the most of us, that's just a bunch of numbers, but it's actually a really important international standard for how labs are run. The message they're sending is simple. Hey, this isn't just some stuff mixed in a bucket. It's made with precise, quality-controlled science.
Okay, so let's just quickly run through the story that Swee10 is telling us. It all starts with a problem we all know. Sugar isn't great for you. Then they present their solution, calling it a natural alternative. They back that up with the science of blending stevia and erythritol. And it all leads to that final, ultimate promise. You can finally have sweetness without any of the guilt.
And that's where we'll leave it. You know, when you boil it all down, based on everything they present, it all comes back to that one plant. Stevia rebaudiana. It really leaves you with a pretty big question to think about. As we all keep searching for healthier ways to live, could it be that the future of sweetness isn't going to be made in a factory, but found in a leaf?